Stare into my eyes, I can feel your hand.
Hey queens, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time visiting, I welcome you here. My name is Passion, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. But before I get into what I'm talking about, let me first give you, for my first time visitor, a briefing of what my channel is about. My channel here is about wigs, makeup tutorials, and beauty hauls, and even vlogs. I do a lot of that in my channel, so if you want to see more of that, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel now. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. This is something out of the norm for my queens, all my oldies but goodies on my channel. We're going to do something different, and the topic we're going to be talking about is going to be very controversial, and it's going to be some women that, you know, don't agree to what I have to say. There're going to be some women that agrees with what I have to say. Everyone going to have their opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. But if you don't like what I say, this video is not for you. If you have anything negative to say, this video is not for you. It's just me speaking on something that needs to be talked about, and that is not talked about and not embraced. And that topic I'm talking about is femininity. Like, women, black women in particular, we don't know how to activate our femininity because we were so taught on being so strong. Like, I want to be that strong woman, and a man don't like that. I'm just saying. Now, this video is not only for, you know, African American women, but I am particularly reaching out to my African women, my dark-skinned women, my black women. You know, I'm reaching out to you guys mainly. You are my main audience, my main target. But if you are a woman of different ethnicity or race, you are welcome to watch this, because you will probably learn something from this too. You know, regardless of the color. Don't look at the color, just listen to what I have to say. Now, what I feel, what femininity means to me, it means, you know, to carry yourself as a woman, you know, more feminine and less masculine. And I'm gonna be transparent a little bit about, you know, me and how I grew up, and how you know, I was not taught how to be feminine. I wasn't even taught how to be a woman. I never knew how to be a woman. You know, I was never taught how to be a woman. And I feel like in the black community, we fail our daughters. Like, we fail our children, our granddaughters, our nieces, because we're not teaching them how to access their femininity. But sometimes you can't even fault the parent, because if your mother was never taught how to access her femininity, so it's like a generational curse. It's going down generation to generation, and women are blind and not knowing what femininity is. You get what I'm saying? So let's talk about femininity. Femininity is more than just, you know, looking pretty, keeping your hair done, your nails did, looking good. You can be a pretty face but not feminine. You know what I mean? You could be that girl on the side at the club and she looks really good, but then we start having a conversation with her, you know, like first say a guy having a conversation with her, and he's like, yeah, nah, like after 5 minutes of conversation, he knows she has no brain. You know, there's more to femininity than just a good look, you know. Because even feminine hygiene and, you know, how you carry yourself and how you dress has a lot to do with femininity. We're going to get on that a little bit. If you want to know more about feminine hygiene and how to dress and carry yourself as a woman, you know, just leave a comment down below. We can do like a part 2 of, you know, femininity as a black woman. But you know, I was never taught that, so I'm just gonna use me as an example, because I want to be transparent and I want to show you guys how I transformed into a more feminine woman, because I never was this. Like, my mom never taught me how to be a feminine woman. My mom always been that strong single mother, you know. She did it for herself. I always see my mom working hard. Like, not saying that that is bad. I never would discredit my mother. And, you know, I started taking some of her ways. You know, I was starting to adopt those things. And I'm like, you know, I want to be strong like my mom. You know, she's doing it. She, you know, she's working hard, you know, making ends meet, paying bills. She never really had a man that was, you know, helping her to provide. My mom always been the provider. You know, that's all I always saw in her. But not saying, and I don't put all my mom business there, but this is what I've seen, you know, growing up. And I was like, I don't want to take care of no man. My man gonna have to take care of me. But I don't want to always be so strong. But I left, you know, I left home early. I left home about 17, you know. I left home young, you know. And I was living on my own. You know, I was working, had a full-time job already in college. You know, I was paying bills and I had to grow up really fast. But I grew up in a way where I was just so hard and strong. You know, I don't need to pay my bills. I pay my own bills. You know, I was so independent, y'all. Credit looking good. You know, money is good. But when it came to relationships, I never was successful in relationships, and I'm trying to understand why this relationship is not lasting. Like, what am I doing wrong? Well, it's because I was more masculine than feminine. Like, I was so strong, I was too strong that, like, even my relationship now, my current relationship, I remember when he told me, he said something like, you don't act like a regular girl, you act like a boy. And I was looking at him like, you know, I don't understand. He said, you act like a little more masculine. And I was like, you know, at first I was like, I don't know how to take that, because what do you mean I act like a regular girl? What do you mean by that? But then, you know, as I sit back and I think about it, I act too strong and too feminine, and I never would like allow him to be a man. I wouldn't allow him to take care of me. You know, I was just too strong, and that is not always okay when it comes to being a woman. Sometimes we gotta let a man be a man. You know, we got to sit back, relax, and, you know, trust him to take care of us. And it was hard for me to learn how to do that because I never was taught that. I never saw that at home. So I didn't know how to be a woman. Even when it came to like my confidence, I always had like a bad self-esteem problem. Like, I had low self-esteem, and I never was confident in myself as a woman. You know, I probably dress this way just so I think, oh, a guy will approach me, or I will dress a certain way to make myself think this will make me feel more confident. But deep down inside, I was never so confident in myself. I never had that self-confidence that, you know, I was always insecure. And a man doesn't like, you know, an insecure woman. He wants a woman that's secure in herself, that has confidence, that carries herself with grace and class. And I wasn't that woman. It took me a long time to get to that point, because you gotta learn how to value yourself and love yourself before you can love anybody else, before you can love a man, before you can even get into a relationship. And I didn't know how to be that. I didn't know how to. I was never taught how to. My mom never said, Passion, this is how you're supposed to, you know, dress to get a man. This is how you're supposed to act to get a man. She never told me that. She never taught me anything. Even when it came down to me growing up, when I had my first period, she never taught me how to even put on the pad. I'm just being honest, y'all. Everything I've learned was self-taught, and I had to learn through trial and error. Now, my dad was more of, daughter, a woman supposed to act like this, and he's always remind me, you acting like your mama, and you need to stop acting like that. You got a strong personality, you need to calm down, you're too strong, you're too prideful. And a man doesn't like that, and a man don't want to be in a relationship with a woman that act like him. Like, two masculine people, even if you are in a, you know, a two women, a lesbian relationship, it's always gonna be a one masculine lesbian and a feminine lesbian. Two masculine is not gonna work, you know. So you're gonna always bump heads, and you can't consider yourself equal to a man. And that's why with the feminism thing going on, or feminist act, or power, or whatever they got going on right now, you know, they're trying to make themselves equal to a man. But why would you want to be equal to a man when it wasn't designed to be like that? Like, even in the Bible, it was never designed for us to be equal to a man. The man is a priest of his home. He is the priest. He's the head of his home. So let him lead and be ahead of him. Don't you try to overpower him or be equal to him. It's not going to work like that. And then you're wondering why you're single, and you're wondering why your relationship is not working, why your marriage has failed. It's because you're trying to be equal with him. Don't be equal with him. You wasn't destined to be. Be a woman. Be playful. Be flirtatious, you know, flirt a little bit, you know, giggle, laugh, you know, just be calm and relax. You got to know how to activate that. Now, there are some parents out there, if you are parents, sometimes you have to be on top of everything in your household. I need to go get the kids ready for school. I need to go start making breakfast, making lunches, prep my dinner, and get the kids out the house, get to work. And then you always on that go, 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 go. And you have to be a little bit more masculine, because you got to take that charge, take control, you know, of everything. But, you know, when you come home, now if you got the kids already had their baths and dinner, and your husband's home, you got to know when to turn it off and activate and turn back on that femininity. And if that takes you taking a glass of wine and you just relax and you talk calmly to your husband. If your man come to kiss you, I don't know, kiss me right now, I'm tired, I've just been dealing with the kids all day. Don't do that. Do not do that, because you're going to push your husband or your man away. Hey baby, how you doing? How was work? You know, speak calmly to him. He had a long day at work too. He's stressful, you know. And not saying that the way you feel doesn't matter, you know, not being selfish to your needs and your wants, but I'm just teaching you how to activate that femininity. Like, even with me, I had to learn how to be more playful and flirtatious. And sometimes some people might be thinking it's so easy to flirt and be playful. It is not for me, because I'm always so strong, and I always walk around looking like this with that what's the word they call it? The rest bitch face. Like, you just never smile. So some people they don't know you, don't know how to interpret things from you, because you're always looking so angry. My mom always looked like that. So I had to learn how to smile a little bit more, and I like to make eye contact with people so they can know that I am a friendly person. Because sometimes I used to be at work and wondering why this person don't want to talk to me, or why this person not talking to me, because you look scary. And I had to learn how to be more playful and just smile. Sometimes you get what you want. And sometimes, ladies, you gotta understand, like, sometimes not every guy is trying to, you know, flirt with you, but you got to activate your femininity. So practice this. One day, if you at Walmart, at the grocery store, you know, and you see something heavy and it's at the top rack that you need somebody to take down, you are a woman. If you see a man there, and just stop him and be like, hey, how you doing? Hi, can you get that box for me right there? And you needing a man will stroke his ego a little bit. And he gonna be like, oh my God, this is a woman. She needs my help. And being that he's a masculine, he's strong, he can carry that box to you, and you let him gently put it into your bucket, and you keep on going. That's how you can practice and activate your femininity. You know, our femininity is our power. You know, it makes us get what we want without being so strong. It's just so easy. It's just that simple. You could just be you. We gotta learn how to nurture our feminine side, especially us as African American women. And if I look at other cultures, like for instance, Arabic people, I hope I'm saying that right. When I look at their wives are so submissive and so feminine and nurturing. And sometimes they have, you know, those that cover themselves with I forgot what they call them, but you know, the ones that cover their faces. And sometimes, you know, you probably think, oh, their husband is too controlling, and you know, they have nothing, no say so. And sometimes it is to an extreme where they're too controlling. But I'm just using it as an example as of femininity. You know, they know how to embrace their feminine energy, and they know how to respect their husbands, and they know how to play that role as a woman. So sometimes we can learn from other cultures as black women. We don't respect our men at all, and that's why our marriage rate is like, we don't respect them. So we got to learn as an African American woman, a black woman, to be more feminine and respect our husband and respect our man. And I even need to work on that. I'm still in a process of working on that. And sometimes you gotta know how to just shut up and just listen, and don't have an opinion on everything, and just learn how to listen to what he has to say. And for me, what I used to feel at is like, I always had, I'm very opinionated. So if he has an opinion, I come back with another opinion. So then he says something, then I say something else, and then it's like I'm talking back, he's talking back, and it turns to an argument. So sometimes it's good to just listen and agree. Even if you don't agree, just agree. Okay, baby, you're right. And I'm still learning that. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect at that. I'm still learning that. But as we all are transforming into our femininity and learn how to be more of a woman, we just got to know how to practice that. You know, stop talking to him any kind of way. Don't belittle a man. He's not going to want you because you're belittling him, telling him how much of what he ain't that you want. Are you what you want? You got to do some self-evaluation too. So you don't think that you're perfect and that he's going to be perfect. You have to know how to be a woman. Now, I got some 4 ways that we can, or 4 tips on how to nurture our feminine ways. And number 1 is, you don't have to do it all. And I already said that before. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to pay all the bills. You don't have to do all the chores. You don't have to always do this, do that. You don't have to always be in control. Let your man be a man and let him take control. And that is embracing and nurturing your feminine energy. And dress the role. Dress nice. Don't always wear baggy shorts, baggy pants. Dress yourself up, look feminine. Wear a nice blouse, you know, nice earrings. Keep your hair intact, keep your makeup. You know, you have to do a cake face, but a natural, you know, face, and a feminine face. Put on some perfume, smell like a woman, look like a woman, and it really will attract men, and you will carry that feminine energy without even trying, without even faking it. You know what I mean? And do activity that foster feminine energies. That's like going out with your girls. You know, go out on a girls' night out. Or get your nails done. Or get a massage. Go to the spa. You know, do feminine activities that make you feel like a woman. That makes you, you know, flow into that feminine energy. And number 4, feel confident in the self-compliments. And that's what it comes for, like, women. Like, I see this a lot. A guy be like, oh girl, you look really nice today, I like your shirt. And you look at him with your eyes like, what about it? Just because he say he like your shirt don't mean he wants you, girl. And just because he like your shirt don't mean you look just... I hate women that does that. Like, they may just say your shirt look nice, just say thank you and smile. That's just activating that feminine energy, you know. Don't just be... A man doesn't like a woman that rolls her neck and look just, you know, a man doesn't like that. So be a lady about everything and just take a compliment, you know. Even and this is why I hate too when someone say, oh, you look nice today. Oh really? Man, I just woke up this morning. Shut up, just say thank you and leave it alone. Learn how to accept compliments. So speaking of women that's in the corporate America, you know, there's a CEO or a boss. Now there's nothing wrong with being a boss. My thing with being too career strong, you forget how to be a woman, and you so set on competing with these guys, and you feel like, oh, this man, he's just, you know, he's threatened by my success and he's intimidated by my success and what I can do. No, he's not intimidated by it. He's just not attracted to you because you're acting like a guy. You're too masculine. Know how to turn it down. Learn how to be a corporate woman with a nice briefcase and suit, with a nice skirt, you know, with a blazer and a skirt, and still carry that feminine aura about yourself, but still about your business. There's ways of doing things. I'm about my business. You know, I'm a financial counselor. I know how to go to work, still look feminine, still act the part, but it can get my job done. There's ways of, you know, it has to be a balance, I should say. You should have a balance of how you can balance your femininity and balance being in corporate America. You gotta know how to balance that. And then when you get home, throw the masculinity out the door and you just be a straight woman for your man. Come home, cook, clean, do feminine roles. And just because you are feminine or you're embracing your femininity doesn't mean you're weak. And sometimes women think because you're more feminine and more soft, and that means you're weak. That doesn't mean you're weak. And just because you're submissive and more feminine and you know how to take care of your home and your man doesn't mean you're less of a woman than a woman that's run over her man. No, it doesn't mean that. And it's supposed to be where a woman is nurturing and she know how to seduce, you know, her man though, her man. Not everybody man, her man. Don't be a Jezebel. But you gotta just know how to embrace that. And like I said, I never saw that growing up in my home. I had to learn all of this through trial and error. And I had to go through failed relationships. I had to go through self-esteem issues because I didn't know how to be a woman. And to be honest, I don't think my mom knew how to be a woman, and she was struggling with herself. But the fact that I learned how to, and to find myself and, you know, break that generational curse of being unfeminine, I learned how to now be a woman. And I feel like I'm a better woman than I was last week, 2 weeks ago, a couple months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, and so on and so forth, because I paid attention to it. It was brought to my attention through my my boyfriend that, you know, I have a lot of masculinity in me, and from even my self-evaluation, and because of that energy I'm carrying, I'm carrying my energy like I'm a dude, like I'm a masculine, like, you know, and I want to carry that feminine aura, that feminine energy. And once I learned how to activate that, I learned how to be a woman, and I got better responses from people. Even when how I carry myself, I got better responses from people. Because sometimes I don't feel like do my makeup for work. I go to work looking crazy, I don't care, and my responses shows. Not that I just look crazy like I just got out of bed, but it's just that people just like, oh, hey, Passion. But when I started to get myself right for work, I got better responses from people. They're like, oh my God, you look good today, Passion. Oh, I love your shirt, even though I wore the shirt 2 weeks ago.